Happy Monday, Advanced Web Design class. Welcome. Hopefully you've had a chance to be introduced to Mrs. Spoolhoff, go over some class expectations, and now you're ready to get started. Before we jump right into your first assignments, I just want to go through a few things as far as my expectations, or at least how you're going to at least access things on Schoology. I usually have my updates. So it's always a good place to start out every day that has what you're going to be doing for the day. And I usually have it posted every day. So if you're going to be gone or you're sick, you at least know what to expect or what you missed. And as you can see here, I have what we are doing. We're going to be doing a Monday folder, first day. And I try to also include the folder. On the right-hand side, you'll also see upcoming events. I'll try to make sure that's current and posted as well for you. So let's go to materials. And in materials, I've put in here a tentative calendar so you can take a look at that. It will change depending on what we're going to be doing. Right now, I have it just very basic as far as you're going to just be working on the first assignment. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But as you can see, you can take a look that it has all the months all the way through the trimester. And I'll post things. I'll try to keep it current and up to date as much as possible. It's not going to be as detailed as the updates, but at least I'll give you a general idea of what's going on. That way, if there's a project that needs to be due or you have to kind of see the whole calendar, it's a great way to see that as well. But again, I'll also keep it in updates and an upcoming calendar as well in Schoology. Okay, so let's go back to materials. You'll also notice that I have W3 tutorials. So if you're trying to think of some things from last class, from intro class, you can always quick reference those as well, or just ask me. We are going to be working on a simple page, and so you might need a quick reference to figure out which tags to use, that sort of thing. I also have a hex code picker for you. It's a link to that. Temp files, you'll just need to download those. The CSS is blank. The HTML has the HTML5 basic skeleton, so it's in there as well. And then here is Monday's folder. So today, what we're going to be working on is just the first assignment, basic about me. And I said that it's due tomorrow at the end of class, or basically if it's homework. But I'm going to check in with you guys tomorrow how far you are as well. So it's a basic one page. You're going to do one page HTML file. Please name it index.html, a CSS file, and 3 pictures. You're going to have background color. You're going to have one H1, which would be your name, and then 2 smaller H2s or smaller than H2 subsections or subheaders, and you're going to have 2 of those. You're also going to have 2 sections underneath your subheaders, and they can be hobbies, interesting things about you, anything you would like, and then you're also going to need to then write about it. So below is a sample template of what your page should look like. Very, very template basic here. If this was Nancy Smith, you guys would have your name on the top, a picture of yourself, so you might need to take a picture. You can use your Chromebooks, a summary about Nancy, at least 200 words. I'm not going to sit and count, but I would like some substance. And then she picked 2 hobbies. She picked reading and traveling, and then talked about them. And then added 2 pictures. You don't need any links. You don't need to add any fancy CSS. Really the only thing you need is background color, and maybe your subheaders are a little bit bold or italicized or whatever. But I'm not looking for anything over the top. You can, by all means, go for it. Make it really interesting. We're going to be using this for when we're going to talk about JavaScript as well. But this will just be a good way to kind of review the basic tags, review the basic structure, ask questions if you need to. You can email me, even though I'm not talking to you today. You can email me and I will try to respond to you as much as I can. You can take a screenshot of your files, or you can compress them and send them to me via email. As I said, I'm going to give you guys today, Monday and Tuesday, but I'm also going to check with you on a Tuesday to see where you're at. I can always push it back farther before we really jump into reviewing some serious coding, as well HTML coding, as well as introducing JavaScript. So this will just kind of start getting our brains working and thinking about HTML and CSS. If you're really at a complete loss, you can, I would say, maybe even look at some of your old files, or you could probably just use my template that I gave you and do some W3s. At least start out with the basics. Maybe you don't remember how to do a CSS, but you remember at least how to put some text in there, do some paragraphs with the P tags, and then put some pictures with the IMG, SRC. So those are things that you'll want to review. If you're looking for the exact notation, you can always use the W3 tutorial link and at least get a basic structure started. If anything, even if you don't remember any code, you at least could start in your HTML file your topic, write about yourself, and then your 2 subsections. And then I can help you from there. So if you're really at a loss, just start doing your sections about you and about your 2 hobbies or whatever, 2 things that are interesting about you, or 2 sections. And we can go from there. You can email me and say, Bellman, I'm not really sure where to go. I forgot all the HTML, and we'll review. So I'm not expecting you to know everything from the last time or the intro class that you had me at, but I definitely want to make sure that we're going to start on the same page at some point when we start introducing new topics. So this will be due again on Tuesday afternoon at the end of class, or I can always push it back, but I'll check in with you guys on Tuesday. So this will be Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will have access, and I'll try to my phone and to my computer, so I'll try to respond to you. But otherwise, I will talk to you on Tuesday. Again, if you're using your Chromebook, you're going to want to make sure that your downloads file area is cleaned up a little bit, and maybe even back it up to your Google Drive. But we'll really solidify that more on Tuesday when we start doing bigger projects. You can also work on the Macs as well. So it's completely up to you. And then we'll go from there. Okay? Good luck. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to ask. You can email me, and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Oh, and also, if you decide not to take this class, it'd be really great and helpful if you make that decision pretty soon and switch out as soon as you can. Not that I don't want you in this class. I think that's awesome that you're taking it, but it'll just make it easier as far as when we really start getting the ball rolling with new information. So again, glad you're here, but if it's something where you're like, I don't really want to take this class, and learn about JavaScript and dive a little bit deeper into HTML and CSS, then just make that decision soon, hopefully in the next day or so, okay? Thanks so much, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.